normally any system, so if you take any world system, okay, there is a few ways are there to change the computer name. First is control panel, then go to system. There you can find a computer name. You can see there, you can see a change settings kind of stuff. Okay, go to change settings. A window is open. Go for change. In a change, you can see computer name part. Okay, so PC name, host name, computer name kind of stuff. So change the computer name. So okay, in that one give computer name. Okay, you can watch world videos or for a world style thing. So give computer name, then okay kind of stuff, cancel. Okay, so cancel whatever it is, follow the okay kind of stuff, or cancel kind of stuff. Okay cancel is there. Actually it is asking for restart now. Then computer name is changed. Again we have to verify the computer name. Another one is go to this PC. In our Windows 10 it is showing this PC, right? This PC, if you are using Windows 7 kind of stuff, will show my computer kind of stuff, right? Computer XP my computer, uh, Windows 7 computer, and now it is showing this PC. This PC. So right click, properties. Okay, so if you go to the properties, automatically you will go to the system. Properties, you will see the computer name, and you can go to change settings. Okay, so then you can go to change, same thing only, computer name. Okay, so give whatever the computer name you want to give, and then go to okay, restart now. Okay, so this one, but new versions little bit change. What is the new versions little bit changes? You have to go to settings. Okay, you have to go to settings. Okay, in a Windows 10, new versions, newer war versions of Windows 10. You have to go to settings, about. There you can change, rename computer or a PC. Rename is there, so you can go to rename PC. Okay, so then give the name, and give the name, whatever the name you want to give. Then okay, restart now. Compulsory restart, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so for example, I'm showing in my physical PC. I'll try this PC. Right click, this PC. Right click, properties. That is going to settings. Last time when we start the class, that first day, it is showing control panel related only. Now it is changed to this one. You can see rename this PC. You can see rename this PC is there. Okay, because of this new versions. In the old versions, it's showing old way. So I'm going to change the computer name. This one. What name I have to give? Because it's a virtual machine, guys. Because it's a virtual machine, I want to give virtual machine name only. CTS2 Win C1. So I choose okay, CTS2 Win C1. I choose to give that name only. You can give Win C1 also, no problem. Okay, right click on this PC. Go to properties. So maybe in a next in a 1 year or 2 years, in the next builds, mostly why it is, I click on it, right? So properties. Now it is open. See, it is showing directly device your information. This is the device name. Can you remember this name? We can't remember these names, or we have to write down in the notes and all. It is always a day. So better to give proper naming. Naming is always better option. So to change the name, you can go to rename this PC. And one more option I told already from control panel, right? So go to control panel and go to system. So you can find a system here. Click on the system. Again, immediately it is going to settings only. So about settings only. Okay. So now I'm renaming my PC first. Rename this PC. This is the existing one. So I'm changing to new name. So what is my virtual machine name? CTS2 Win C1. CTS2 Win C1. Caps are small, no problem. Okay. CTS2 Win C1. Next. Okay. It is asking restart now. It is asking restart now. So I'm restarting. The few more practicals are left over. So one is Windows CMD. Second one is that already I showed that one, but programs management related one, Windows Defender. We can go to control panel and all. What I was thinking is I will take one day, separate day, one day, all the pending small doubts thing I will cover up one day. So like one Saturday like that, we'll cover up all the small things, mainly practicals. One day I will take all the main theory parts because this syllabus we have to complete faster. If you delay, no, what happen? End of the day, we don't get a time. Last time I wasted like that time. Okay, so you can go to this PC system or anything, or you can go to settings. Okay, system. Go to about. See, device name is changed. Device name is changed. But I should get one more option. It is not getting here. Yeah, here it is. I am getting. See, advanced system options. I click on advanced system options. I got here computer name. You can see a computer name and work group is work group, and this is a description. You can go to change. This is a computer name. So you can give the computer name. Click OK, 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 then OK, and cancel. Then automatic OK, OK. Then ask for restart. You have to restart it. So remember this option where it is we selected computer name change. Okay, advanced. Rename this PC advanced. So what is this? Yes, directly it is going here. You can choose this one also. Rename this PC. So we are clicking on rename this PC from here, but also we can use rename this PC advanced. Then automatically it is open system properties, computer name, change in the under computer name, give the computer name, click OK and OK and all. Okay, don't change anything in a member of. keep it in work group only currently. Later I will show you how to change it. Okay, so this is how you can able to change the computer name. So that's one. Okay. Mm, any other things, any settings you want? You know how to change the IP address and okay. So manually we're going to change the IP address part later. So currently, so anything is there. BitLocker is completed. Sharing files, sharing folders. Remote desktop. If you want to see the remote desktop, also I can show you that one. Remote desktops, remote apps. So many things are there to learn. Windows Defender, you know already. This is a Windows Defender. Okay, it opens. See, so you can set up a OneDrive, account protection, firewall and network protection also integrated here. Apps, browser control, device security, performance, device performance and health, family options. Okay, so you can go to family options, view family settings. So it is showing in a Microsoft Edge. No, I don't want to go for it. View devices and all. Parental control. This is okay. So virus and threat protection. So always update it. Okay, and we can go to the quick scan. Okay, the scan options also you can see quick scan, full scan, custom scan, Microsoft Defender offline scan, or like a scan now. Okay, so you can scan it like a quick scan, full scan is also available. Mainly Windows Defender first time it is built for a spywares. Okay, for spywares to protect it system from spywares. Then it is become malwares, and now it is complete part. Okay, custom scan is like you can scan whatever drive you want it, so you can able to scan it. For example, I want to scan only my e drive, then also I can select the folder. I selected a folder. Okay, then you can scan it. Scan now. Okay, full scan and quick scan is there. This is what is yellow threads. For example, you have a data in a certain folder that is contains some malwares, you know that one. So like a key generators and all. So obviously you download some application. The application, your operating system think it is there is a threat inside. Automatically it will try to delete it, because online scan means whenever you open any file or anything, like I want to open this one, immediately your antivirus or a Windows Defender will scan it. Every process it will scan by your defender. So what happen? Okay, what happen when it is scan it? Obviously, it will check any threats in that file or a process or applications. Okay, immediately it will remove from the process. So like active scanning it is. Okay, online scan type or active scanning it. Okay, so like that is automatically works. But what happen if it is keep on deleting from your actually your favorite thing? So it is thinking it is a threat. So you can allow the threat also. So you can give that folder. So don't scan this folder like that. Okay. So that is a Windows Defender. And also I will go to control panel once more to show you a few more things are good to know. Of course, backup and restore. We done this one. Administrative tools. Okay, guys. One time, just go to administrative tools. Go to all these things one by one. At least check it. What is event viewer? What is component? Already I told you event viewer. Okay, so you can go to event viewer. If you need, I will explain it again. No problem. Okay, file history. This file history is like, you know. Your profile data is there now, so user profile data like this: library, desktop, contacts, favorites. It backups every time, means you can set a settings. Where is this? This is file history. File history saves copies of your files so that you can get them back if they lost or damaged. It means, for example, I have a data on my desktop. I have data on my desktop like this. Okay, or maybe data in my documents or favorites. What happened? It is possible that they will you can lost the data. So what you will do, you can save the data in a different location. Different location means network location, means my central server is there, central storage server, or a external hard disk, central storage server. Okay, or OneDrive. OneDrive. You can store in OneDrive also, like this. When it will do backup. You no need to do backup in manually. So choose how often you want to save copies of files, how long you keep the version. Save copy of files every hour, means every hour whatever the data you created on the desktop or documents, pictures, videos, favorites, whatever it is there, it take the backup and store into your external location, like a external hard disk, or a network locations like a NAS kind of stuff, NAS storage, NAS, network attached storages. Okay, or OneDrive, you can also configure OneDrive also. Next, keep version, means whenever you take a backup, how long you want to keep the backup data. Every hour it is taking a backup, means after few hours or a few days, the backup location got full, right? So what you do, so forever you want to keep the data, or you want to keep it for a 1 month only, or 2 month only, sorry, 1 month only, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years. If you want to, how long you want to keep the old data, you can keep it. So there is a two options. How often you want to take the backup? Every 1 hour, every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. Daily you want to take it backup. Depends upon your situation and importance of backup you want to create it. So how long you want to save the data in your external location? How long you want to save that one? That is this one. So this is a file history. What is a file history? Your profile data will be stored in a external drive. We recommend that you use the external drive for file history. We connect a drive refresh this PC, or use a network location. Go to these options, guys. Very simple to learn. Go to control panel, go to each and every option. You learn a lot of things. Okay, this is file history. Device manager is also I told normal device and printers. Network and sharing center I told. This is remote app and remote desktop connections. Firewall, Windows Defender firewall. Work folder is not now, not required. Yeah, we'll go to one or two options. Faster, I will explain. Okay. Device manager. So device manager will display all the devices connected to your PC and their drivers, like processor, sound and video game controller, keyboard, mouse, monitor, network adapters. See, these are all network adapters showing here. Actual network adapter is this one only. Bluetooth, Bluetooth. See, all the devices which is installed in this one. If you don't install a particular one, for example, Bluetooth device is there, hardware is there, but you didn't install the driver. So what happened? It shows the question mark. It shows the big yellow question mark. It find the device, but you are not understand. So first of all, what is device drivers? Means your operating system has kernel, right? The kernel is interact with hardware. Okay, but OS kernel completely not understand what is your hardware, completely not understand all devices in the hardware. Kernel not understand all the devices of hardware. So what happened? You have to install drivers. You have to install device drivers. These drivers is nothing but a program or a software, which make, okay. So okay, it is nothing but a software or a program, whatever it is. It's a piece of software. So with kernel, it is interact with your hardware. Okay, it helps the kernel to understand your hardware. It is also a program. Kernel is also a program, right? Kernel is a software. It interacts with your hardware, but default kernel may not understand all hardware parts, all hardware devices. So these drivers will help. This is a software will works with kernel to understand hardware. So what kind of hardware in generally? Audio chips, okay, video network, okay. So like this, so many other things also available. Graphic cards are all so many things. Audio, video, chipsets are there, right? So there's the chipsets like audio, video, network chipsets are there. So different chipsets. So these device drivers have to understand it. Just for example, this is network related one, this is a Bluetooth related one, okay, disk related one, or a keyboard, mouse, Bluetooth mouse, okay, different things are there in your system. Pen drives, all comes under devices only. Okay, so these are the devices. Two three options I will tell here. So I right click on this devices, update drives, disable drives, uninstall devices, and properties. Update drives means if drivers are older, you can update it. If you got any problem with the device, you can disable the device also. For example, your device is not working properly. It's up to now it is working, suddenly it is not working. Maybe because of drivers are corrupted, what you do, uninstall the drivers, restart the PC. What to do, uninstall the drivers and restart the PC. This is, I am going to properties, I click on a drivers first. In general, it is showing this device is working properly. It means device and device drivers are good. There is some other issue is there, we can see. Sometimes it will show code 10, code 20, means there is an issue, you have to find out what is the solutions. Okay, next, make sure that digital signature must be there for each and every drive. In a 64-bit compulsory, digital signature is compulsory. That is another difference between 32-bit OS and 64-bit systems or OS. Digital signature is compulsory. Who will give digital signature? The manufacturer and Microsoft sit together, they will sign on the drivers. Drivers is genuine. Digital signature will tell my drivers are genuine product. Okay, next, this is the driver details. So this is the driver location, Windows System 32 drivers. This is a .sys file represent, it's a drivers file. Updating, you want to update the drivers, check the version, current version. You want to update it to new one, you can go to update the drivers, click on update. So it will search for the drivers in system and internet, or you can, if you already download into system, then you can manually update it. Next, disable the drivers. If you are having any issue, some issue with a driver or a device, you can disable the device for a temporarily, no problem. Uninstall the drivers, like a drivers are giving issue, some device is not working properly, it is worked earlier but not working now. So what you do, you can uninstall the drivers, or you install a new drivers, but the drivers are not working, you can uninstall the drivers also. Okay, one troubleshooting technique is, device is working, drivers are good, but suddenly some because of virus and all something, drivers are corrupted. Then you can uninstall the device, restart the PC, try to check it. Next one is rollback drivers. This is important option. Rollback drivers. When you update the device, when you update the drivers, when you update the drivers, new update, the new drivers not working properly. Understand? New drivers are not working properly. So what you do, you can roll back to the previous drivers. What I said, for example, this is 12.17 drivers version. You upgraded to 14. You upgraded to 14. Now the 14 version is not working properly. You can roll back to the previous version. So that is called a rollback drivers. So this is about device drivers. Okay, I share two PPTs now. Second PPT give you more information about that one. Okay, so this is, and of course programs and features also there. Okay, but times is going on. That's why I'm not going to this one. So I will show you remaining things in future. So actually I have to show, I want to show you the Hyper-V installation in the here, but it is okay. We'll see that one later. Okay, currently I'm stopping